Hello and welcome back to Adventure Worthy. In this first impressions episode, we're having a look at Reus. Reus is a 2D indie god game that was developed and published by Abbey Games and is releasing today on the 16th of May on Steam, GOG.com, Gamersgate and Desura. In this most beautiful of creations, we're set to take control of nature through the hands of 4 mighty giants. We can create mountains, oceans, forests and deserts, enrich our planet with plants, minerals and animal life, and ultimately try to maintain a balance in which man isn't overpowered by nature and nature doesn't fall to man's greed. Yes, dealing with mankind is obviously the biggest challenge, and I can tell you from experience, it's not easy. As one quick side note before we get started, the word Reus actually means giant in both Dutch and Afrikaans. So if you were wondering where the funny name came from, there you go. With all that said, let's jump in, give the game a try and see what it's all about. Here we are at the main menu, and right now before we jump in to start a new game, we're going to have a really quick look at the options menu. Gameplay and video settings, hint, resolution, full screen, anti-aliasing, aspect ratio, done. Audio, music and sound effects, bam. That was some sort of record. There really isn't that much going on over there. The game is very simplistic in how it plays and how it controls and how it looks. All in the best possible way. Trust me, you'll see when we get in. So they really don't need a lot of options. Now the unlocks menu, this is something I'm not really going to talk about very much because it's something you're going to have to actually see in-game for yourselves to understand. Long story short, it works like achievements do. That's it. That's all you actually need to know. They like achievements, but each and every one of them unlocks something new for you. So, let's get started. Now you get to choose from different game modes here. You can play Era, Free Play, or Beginning. Beginning is the tutorial. There are 3 different ones you need to play through, and I say need because you really should. The game is quite complex. It has a lot going on within it, so if you don't do the tutorials, you're going to be completely lost. Don't think to yourself you can just jump into free play to play as long as you want and understand what's going on. I made that mistake. Okay, I made that mistake. But in free play, you don't progress. In Era mode, which is your standard gameplay, you get to help humanity achieve developments and progress through the game while unlocking greater powers. We're going to give this a try. We're going to go for a 30-minute game. Let's do it. Look at the beautiful art. I'm so in love with this game's art style. Now, a new era has begun. These are some of the unlocks that we're going to be working for. They say here, try to achieve different developments so we may grow in power. Achieve 13 more to advance to the next level. Developments not yet achieved. These are some of them, and you can click on more to see a whole lot more of them. Now, what you'd want to do here is you'd want to select a couple of them that you either feel like doing or you think you'd be able to do, or that sound interesting, because these ones are going to be saved up in your UI and you're going to be able to see them the whole time, sort of refer back to them. But every time you play, you unlock a whole bunch. If you do different things, if you experiment, so you're not limited to just unlocking these ones you select here, or these ones you see here. So I'm not going to even bother with this. I'm just going to flip through them a couple of times. There you go. Whatever. Start game. Here we go. These are my giants. Now, I was thinking of playing through the tutorial with you guys, but that would have been so tedious. It would have taken so long, and I wouldn't have been able to show off a lot of what makes this game so special. So firstly, this is the planet. I'm going to pause the game quickly. This is the planet that we're on, and these 4 giants right here are going to help us sculpt it into something that humanity can make use of. That's a good way to explain it. Now we're going to start by creating an ocean with our ocean giant. Look at him. I was actually looking at these guys earlier, and it bothers me that they all look so sad. The only one that looks happy is the forest giant. Look at him. He's just happy to be here. The rest of them, oh, they kind of look worried. Worried and pensive. Now, we've created the ocean. You can see that a good section around the ocean is now let's just say watered ground. It's still a wasteland. All of this is a wasteland, but this is now fertile. So we're going to start by using our forest giant to put down a forest right the heck here. So it's going to be a rather big forest, but we can't put it on this side. We need to put it on the section of ground that's now being nourished by the ocean. We're going to start with that. We could, if we wanted to, use this big rock fellow to raise a mountain and perhaps make a desert. Or we could use this unfortunate looking guy to create a swamp, perhaps on this side. But for now, we're going to start small, okay? It really is a good idea to start small in this game and begin with just the forest. Now we want to attract some people. There's apparently a nomad wandering around on our world. We want him here. We want him to settle here in our little forest, so we're going to plant some fruit. Surely he'll be attracted by the fruit. Yes, I would be. Here you go. Look at him. Look at him working his magic. Wow. That's it. Let's zoom all the way in to have a look at our glorious blueberries. Now, oh, there he comes. There he comes. Now the nomad's going to come and settle down next to my fruit. A forest village has settled. Forest villagers often start projects that require food. Try using food plants and domestic animals within the village borders. Look at that. Wow, our first little village. Now, every different type of area has a different type of village. You can put down, well, I suppose the villages start in sort of the same way, but they quickly specialize. So in a forest, they're going to generally lean toward working with food. There you go. See, they put a granary up, which is going to focus on food. So we should put these fruits down. We should put domestic animals down for them to hunt. And I suppose we could say harvest. And that will help them expand and grow. Now we've got the fruit down there already. And ooh, another nomad is roaming the planet. Okay, so I don't actually want the second nomad to settle in just yet. I want to work with only one village at the moment. If that's even possible, this guy better not try and squat on this little piece of land over here. Please don't. Let's pause for a second. So, there is a whole lot going on here. This blueberry patch alone, okay, you can transmute it. It's got symbiosis. You can apply different aspects to it. It's got statistics. I'm not even joking. Every single patch of ground in this game has the same going for it. Now, these are simply blueberries. But if I infuse them with the leaf aspect, then that'll add technology to them and it'll add some more nature to them. That'll change them. At the moment, they provide in 5 food. You can see it down there or when you click on them. And you can modify them to suit your village's needs at the time. Then, symbiosis is pretty much what the word means. Like an interaction or I guess a mutually beneficial agreement between these two plants. As silly as that sounds, that's probably the best way to explain it. I really shouldn't do any videos that are anything like tutorials because I'm so bad at explaining these things. But let me see if I can try make sense of it and convert my thoughts into words. If I put apples or apple tree, dandelions or strawberries in their general vicinity, so right next to the blueberries, then they will provide an extra 10 food. So that's the grove symbiosis. Man, I suck at explaining these things, but there you go. So we want to put any of those things next to the blueberries because it'll give us a huge bonus. So we can see here that transmutations of blueberries include strawberries and apple trees. We want one of those two. Now to get strawberries, we can transmute one of these blueberry bushes or one of these blueberry patches with the lesser leaf aspect or better, and then we can get those strawberries. So let's try that. Okay, let's unpause. Let's put down another set of blueberries, and then once that's there, I'll tell you about the fertility boost in a moment. It is pretty much what it sounds like. But we got that down. Now we want to turn these into strawberries. Okay, so let's infuse it with a leaf aspect from our glorious looking forest giant. And then, haha, we can transmute them into strawberries. Now watch when I do this. So currently, because I put the leaf aspect on the blueberries, they're giving me 4 technology and 5 food. Now the village is using these things. See, they're currently using 16 out of 30 of the food available to them. Ooh, there's actually 40 food available. They're not using any of the technology just yet, but they may at some point in the not too distant future. But now that we got that set up, we can actually create these strawberries. Strawberries give more food and they give ore, which we'll talk about in a little while. So there you go. Now because I did that, have a look. These are suddenly given 10 extra food. So, to make things even better, we could plant even more blueberries on this side. Why the heck not? Let's do it. Suddenly they're providing 15 as well. That's because the strawberries are right the heck here. And haha! My town has expanded. Wow. Now, because I've been throwing, I just bumped my headset so hard, so much stuff at these humans down here, they are becoming greedy. Okay, they've already got 2 little greedy faces there, and we need to watch out for that. I'll tell you in just a second how we can do that. This is so complicated. I can't believe I even thought about trying to explain it to you guys. But a forest ambassador has appeared. He can upgrade the following abilities on your giants. So on the forest giant, he can give us the fruit aspect. On the ocean giant, crystal aspect. Rock giant, exotic aspect. And swamp giant, reaction aspect. Now I'm going to have my forest giant pick this lovely lady up. And as you see, when I mouse over her, it shows down here that that's what's going to unlock. So if I select the ocean giant, that's going to unlock over there. If I select the rock giant, that'll unlock. But we want to pick her up with a forest giant. Now watch this. She's actually going to hop up. It's amazing. Onto his head and provide him with extra power. Now we have the fruit aspect. So, let's get back to this greed. Now because this village has been given so much so quickly, they are sort of taking it for granted and they just want more and more and more. Here you go. They're actually explaining it straight up. Looks like one of your villages is getting quite greedy. The greedier the village is, the more likely they are to attack other villages or my giants. They'll actually attack my giants and demand more. Now to control the greed, we can use danger and awe. Both danger and awe help, because if you get the awe down there, then they sort of respect your giants more, but if you get the danger down there, then they won't take it for granted, because, well, it's a dangerous world out there. So, we're going to work on awe instead of danger, because we've got an easy way to do it. And for the most part, at the moment at least, we're going to be focusing on just using the forest giant. There's a whole lot we can do with the other giants, trust me, and we will get to that. Don't even worry, we've got 24 more minutes. But for now, forest giant. So, fruit aspect. If I click on the strawberries over here, I'll see that to get a pear tree, I need potent fruit aspect or better. Now to get the potent fruit aspect, I need to first have this fertile. I've already got it fertile, it's got those arrows popping out there. And I'm going to do the same on the blueberries over here, just because I'm going to be upgrading them soon enough. Then, I will be infusing them with the fruit aspect. So then they'll have the potent leaf aspect, and, hopefully in just a second, there you go, the potent fruit aspect. So let's upgrade these to a pear tree and see what happens. Haha! Wow! Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Some pears for my villagers. Now, the pear trees actually give 10 ore. So, if I get a nice set of pear trees, nice orchard of these pear trees up, then the ore of my village will go up, and they'll sort of respect these lovely giants a little bit more. Now, obviously, the pear trees have different symbiosis from the blueberries or the strawberries or anything else. These ones are much easier to work with. They have orchard, plus 10 food and 5 ore for each plant next to this pear tree. So we're actually going to, right the heck now, put another fruit aspect on these blueberries and upgrade them as well. So first they're going to come an apple tree, and directly after that, a pear tree. There we go. Even more ore, even more food, and even more goodness for the village. So have a look there. Very, very greedy. That's going to start going down. Don't even worry. I've experimented enough with this game to know sort of how it plays out. But let's work on this one quickly. Now, some of these abilities and stuff do have cooldowns, and it's obviously always better trying to boost the fertility of the ground that you're about to work with before you place an aspect on it, because then you'll get a potent aspect instead of a weak one, and, well, that's a good thing. So let's do this. Let's infuse it. Let's get us some more pear trees. Look, we've already lost one of those greedy little faces. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you little humans. So proud. Now, for the moment, we're still just going to stick with the one village. I don't want to expand too much. The rest of my planet is still barren. We will get to that, don't worry. I'm going to spend the last 10 minutes or so creating a couple more villages to show you some of the different variations there are. But for now, we're going to bring the ocean giant in to create some domestic animals. Let's put them here. This is amazing. There we go. Haha, we got some chickens. Now, the chicken symbiosis, free range, will give extra food if there are blueberries within range. And you'll see that the chickens actually give food here, food there, and food there. So making the symbiosis work is actually more of a benefit than you'd think. So if we place some blueberries over here... Oh, not on them! Whoa, whoa, easy, easy, easy. Not on top of the chickens. Over here. Watch the numbers. Aha! Not half bad. To upgrade these, we'd need the lesser herd aspect, or better, or the lesser hunt aspect. Oh! What? Oh, phew. I thought he was attacking the swamp giant, but he actually just shot a chicken and slung it over his back. That's fine. You carry on, little man. Okay, now they're saying, it seems like the planet is doing fine, but not really advancing much further. That is the idea. That's the idea. I'm trying to take it slow. You can always make villages bigger to increase prosperity. If you have enough prosperity, a new nomad will spawn to settle a new village. So here's the nomad bar. There's already one roaming the planet, and the prosperity is over here, 110. So if I want to get another new village, I can right away. Now, we're going to use the forest giant to just keep spreading this way with our amazing pear orchard, because it's kind of useful. And on the side, I guess we can just mess around a little bit. So over here, we can put some domestic animals down. In the sea, yes, you can actually do that, and you'll see what they are in just a second. Ah, look, we've got some mackerels. These, they have massive school. +1, ooh, okay, wait, there you go. +1 animal range for each other mackerel within animal range. Stacks up to 3 times. So this is just going to keep spreading for each mackerel school I put down in the area, which is really, really good. Now we're going to talk about other types of villages in a mere moment. I'm actually going to set some ground up here to show you one of my favorite types of villages. We're going to make another ocean. Okay, and we're going to leave just enough space over here for a nice little fishing village. It's going to be so good. Okay, forest giant, what's going on your side? Let's keep this rolling. Keep the ground fertile. And keep infusing it with fruit. Here we go. We want another pear tree, just because that's a really good way of doing things. Now, put another one of those there. And then, we're going to move him all the way over here to create a forest up on that island. We're going to move Mr. Swampy. Where do I want him? Actually, he's going to be helping out here. He can help out by placing some exotic animals right off the shore of this village. Let's do it. Ocean giant. You can put some domestic ones on this side. Ooh. And a new challenge has started. So now this village is at the point where they can expand I've actually given them so much already, and they're getting happier and happier. You can see here this village respects the giants. They're currently peaceful. Ooh! And another village has settled. We'll check it out in just a second. And they're not influenced by danger. Now this challenge requires them to get 100 food, which they already have. They got way more than 100 food. And, oh, really? Come now. And 40 technology. So here, suddenly, we're presented with something we don't actually have yet. This village only has 4 technology. So I'm going to pause, and we're going to discuss for a second how we're going to do that. Because it's just so much fun to me trying to work all of this out. Now this village over here has settled, and they will, in mere moments, start building themselves a little dock and become a fishing village. Just because they've got water all around them, and that makes the most sense to these little humans. But we were talking about technology. So if we want to get technology here, the easiest way to do so would be to start broadening our horizons. We're going to start adding a few different things in here, like herbs. They give technology. We're going to put them right over those blueberries because we don't need that much food, and the herbs are placed by our beautiful swamp giant. Mr. Forest is looking so happy. Probably because he's got that beautiful lady up on his shoulders. That's probably why he's happy. Now, over here, I guess we can make it fertile. Oh, good. There you go. And what do we want to do with this? Because we want technology, I guess we could use the leaf aspect, because that adds technology, whereas the fruit aspect adds food. So let's infuse this with the leaf aspect and see what we can do after that. Oh, there you go. So for now, this is giving us 4 technology and 11 food. We're going to leave it at that for the moment, and we're going to check this out. So I've created the dandelions, and they are giving me a whopping 13 tech. We can upgrade them to either strawberries or nightshade. Right now, we want to keep them dandelions because they give the most tech. If we had to make them strawberries, then they'd give food and ore, which is not what we want. But you can see that they've got taproot as a symbiosis, and that gives 8 extra tech plus 4 natura if they're next to a plant. Now they are next to a plant at the moment, so if we put another one here, you'll see that it obviously won't have that symbiosis because they're not going to be near a plant. So we'll actually have to sort of expand the forest a little bit if we want it to work. And we do want it to work. So now, we're already up to 8 out of 21 tech, but we need more. That's not going to be enough. So we're going to start throwing leaf aspects in all of these little pear orchards. I guess it's more of a pear forest at the moment. But if we keep doing that, it's just going to infuse it with more and more tech. And that's going to help us out. Ooh, I should actually have the fertility boost on while I do this. There we go. Let's keep pumping it up. How much do we still need? 40. We're at, let's have a look. 27 at the moment. 31 we get in there. Oh, it's looking very good. Whoa, chill. I've done that one already. So there's a gap over there in the aspects. There's a gap over there. Let's just keep infusing them. And we'll check up on the little fishing village in just a moment. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking really good. I'll be there shortly. Throw one of those over there. Are we at 40 yet? Nearly. We are nearly at 40. Throw the leaf aspect on this one. Now, just putting the aspect on these doesn't mean I need to use the transmutations. I can if I want to, but I don't have to. And that should be it. Now they're going to be able to complete this, and I'll just let them do that on their own time, because it's obviously a good thing. This village is specializing in gathering at the moment, so they get plus 15 food for each plant within its borders. The borders are there and there, so there are a whole lot of plants. You can see they've got a lot of food with them at the moment. They are super happy. Only one little greedy guy in town. Where are you? Where are you, little greedy man? Stay away. But right now we're going to want to spend some time over here. So, these guys, let's see what their specialization is. Fishing. Now that kind of makes sense. We expected that. And as you can see, their town is not looking as advanced as the town over here is. They got bigger tents here. They got nice little brick constructions around there. Looks like they got a little house popping up. Wow. Not half bad. But these guys obviously need some fish. So let's sort them out. Now we do have some clownfish over here. But if we want to transform them into, say, parrotfish, then we're going to need a new aspect. So to get that aspect, we'd need yet another one of, where are they? These ambassadors. And the specific aspect that we need there, which is, let's have a look, lesser exotic aspect, we would get from giving an ambassador from the forest to the big rock giant. So we'll get that soon enough, because this village is progressing extremely well at the moment. For now though, we're going to throw some more domestic animals on this side, right the heck here. And hey, I suppose we could use the swamp giant to throw a couple more exotic ones on this side. There we go. Not half bad. Now they still need a little bit more food to complete this construction over here, and they should be able to get it. They have 6 out of 20, their max is 26, so I have set them up in a good way. They're ready. And over here, oh, not looking bad. Not at all. Now I'm watching the timer up here because I want to show you guys what the other, I guess we could call them biomes, look like. And to do that, well, I'm going to have to set up a couple more villages. But I can tell you right now that things get so iffy when you do that. But it's for the best. I'm going to put the desert village all the way on the other side of the planet. So this guy's going to mosey on all the way around to here, and he's going to create a mountain right there. It's going to be amazing. I'm just telling you right now, it's going to be amazing. Then I think we could probably set up a swamp in this section over here, because why not? There we go. Oh, you know what? Wait. Let's wait with that so that we can first just get the rock giant, the mountain giant, to create his little biome, and we can get another village of these little humans set up there before in the swamp, because it's much more interesting seeing that. Now, these guys are nearly done. They just need one more food over there, and these dudes also just one more. Wow, going extremely well. There we go, another forest ambassador. He is on this side. Oh, and now my rock giant is on the other side of the map. Come on, dude, hustle. Make us a mountain. Ooh, that is so cool. And there we go. Yet another ambassador. Oh my goodness. So you want to try get ambassadors from all the different biomes. You'll get a desert ambassador, a forest one, and so on and so forth. And each of these, as I've said before, will unlock different abilities on your giants. And when you get more of them, then you can actually have more than one on each giant. And that's kind of crazy. The only thing is you need to spread the love and get one on each of the giants before you can get 2 on one. So you can't really play favorites and stack all of them on the same giant. But for now, let's try get our big rock fellow over here back to the rest of them so he can pick one of these ambassadors up. He's going to get that exotic aspect we were talking about before. And I guess we could give this one to the sea giant. Take it. Take it and put it on your back. There you go. Oh, look at the nice little docks. That is so cute. Okay. So now, we want to create something in the desert on the other side of the map to lure people there. So, I'm thinking we're going to put down some... Do I want to put exotic animals down? You know what? I guess we could. But we could also put a mine down. So once this guy's picked the little ambassador up, we're going to move around to this side again, and we're going to throw down some precious minerals. Right the heck there. Perfect. And now I think while we're doing that, we can actually start the swamp biome up as well, so you guys can get a look at it. And then let's just check up on our villagers. See what's cracking. Hey guys, what's happening over here? Are you enjoying the little fishies? So I need to get my rock giant over here to infuse these with the lesser exotic aspect, so we can upgrade them to parrotfish and thereby provide a whole lot more food to this village. I should probably do that at some point, and I could actively be working on expanding these others. Like over here, I could obviously put another ocean up so that this could become fertile enough to start another forest up, so this one could expand further, but I am just keeping it where it is for now. Ooh, a desert village. Okay. Look at that. Ooh, I can't wait. Now, we're gonna throw down a little bit more. No, I don't want the forest dude here. Forest guy, you can stay where you are. I'm gonna throw down whatever this thing needs for its symbiosis. Resonator. Plus 8 tech if next to stone. So we get stone by throwing down advanced minerals right next to it, and hopefully that'll trigger the symbiosis. There we go. And it did. And what's this one's symbiosis? Stone garden. Haha, if next to a plant. Now we could bring that in. I actually just want to get this up because I want to see what their specialization is going to be. Trinket merchant. Now if a village specializes in wealth, then you got to be incredibly careful with their greed levels, because they get incredibly greedy incredibly quickly, and it's dangerous because if they get too greedy, they'll just run across this piece of wasteland and start attacking these guys for all their food, for their tech, for whatever money they have. They're kind of rude. But I'm thinking we're going to throw down some wild animals. Oh, look at the swamp. Wow. Some exotic animals on the outskirts of this village. Let's say over here. And then once it expands far enough and they're within its borders, then we'll turn those into dangerous animals to sort of keep them at bay. Sounds good to me. Sounds really good to me. Now they've got more than enough wealth to get this up and running, their little trinket merchant. So we're just going to leave them be. Now, speaking about the whole attacking other villages thing, it's quite possible. Okay, I've had it happen to me so many times, and you can thwart their attacks by using your giants. This big guy can cast an earthquake, which is kind of devastating. It one-shots towns, takes out armies, everything like that, and you gotta do it sometimes. Sometimes you just have to level an entire village because they get out of hand. These guys over here are like the poster childs for what a perfect village is. I can just keep expanding them with my little pear orchards, and they won't get greedy. They'll stay in exactly the same mindset, and things will just work out. But working with the desert villages and their wealth, that's tricky. It is so tricky. Ooh, a desert ambassador. So, with a desert ambassador, we can unlock the hunt aspect. That's exactly what I wanted, to give danger to animals. Or we can get monsoon on the ocean giant, the noble aspect on the rock giant, or the predator aspect on the swamp giant. So we actually want the... where is it? Hunt aspect. No! But right now, sadly, my forest giant can't pick another ambassador up. Oh, that's terrible. So we're going to go for the predator one. It works sort of in the same way, because it's still going to give us the danger that we need. And, well, let's see. Okay, let's have a look. So here, we've got desert tortoises. And aren't they cute? We can transmute them into armadillos or rattlesnakes. With the predator aspect, we can actually make rattlesnakes. So let's do it. We want these guys afraid, so they don't get too greedy. Here we go. Rattlesnakes. Ooh, look at them. Vicious. I, personally, am not a big fan of snakes. What is their symbiosis? +1 wealth for each other patch. What? With kangaroo rat, armadillo, or desert tortoise. No, are they going to eat each other? Fine, let's do it. Let's have a look. Let's place that down here. No, you know what? I should not put that here. I should put that on this side, and I should bring the forest giant in to put a plant down here. Just to show you how many possibilities there are. Ooh, look! A trade post. Okay. So this trade post specialization is Trinket Merchant, and it gives extra wealth for each set of minerals within the borders. So we have 2 sets of minerals already, and let's put on another one for good measure. Precious or advanced? Let's go with precious for now, and let's have a look. Let's have a look at the plant that we're bringing up here. It is sadly going to remove the others, but look, now we've got withered shrubs. Don't sound like they're going to be much worth, but apparently they're giving 4 wealth to my village. Now, I can make them a barrel cactus or an agave. Lesser growth or leaf. This one gives tech, this one gives food. Let's go with growth to let them give at least a little bit of food to these guys over here, just because why not. And then let's throw some more exotic animals on this side so we can get the symbiosis on the rattlesnakes. Here we go. Look at that. Ooh, what are these? Monals. They're beautiful. Wow. Okay. But as you can see, I'm actually going to pause the game now because we've got 3 minutes remaining. As you can see, things get a little bit crazy. I haven't even been paying attention to the other villages at the moment, and this one you can see has already got a circus up and running. I don't even know what that's going to do. Gains a food, wealth, and ore boost for each animal from a different biome. That is crazy. They're building a circus. Wow. I'm so proud of that forest village and these guys. What? Look at the size of that. That is a proper harbor. Shame, I should give them some more fish. They need, let's see, some more wealth and some more food. Okay, so they need a whole lot more food to make this work. And that means we're going to have to come over here and create, let's have a look, a bunch more mackerels, I guess. Okay, so that's domestic animals. Let's bring this big dude over here, create some more mackerels, and if I just keep stacking them up, then the symbiosis will keep stacking up to 3 times, which is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Let's zoom out, see what the rest of the world looks like. We could also bring some people in here. I think we should do that quickly. Put some herbs down in the swamp so we can get a swamp village started up. And hey, everything you do in this game, it's up to you. You can create however many villages you want. You can run an entire 30 minutes or 60 minutes or 120 minutes on just one village. I did that. I had the most prosperous forest village ever. It was amazing. It had proper cobbled streets. They had nice stone houses in their village. They were super advanced. And I was once again just proud of them. Although these guys, they're looking pretty good already. Look at that. It's so amazing. Swamp village. Let's have a look. Now the swamp village mainly focuses on tech. You get like a whole bunch of mad scientists and stuff living and working there. And that said, you should probably keep putting herbs down. Maybe some exotic animals that provide tech. You know, research opportunities and the likes. It's fun. It's fun messing around. No! Whew. Okay. Let's put some herbs down on the side quickly. They are making a druid. Hey! A druid hut. He's considering living near this village. He needs 30 technology to be able to do that. Now he should be able to get that from just 1 or 2 patches here. But let's move back to the other side quickly. Zoom out. Check our little desert village out. See how it's going. They're not getting greedy yet. That's good. And the reason for that is because I haven't given them too much too quickly. If I had just thrown down a whole bunch of minerals immediately, then they would have just taken it for granted and probably got angry at me. Angry at me for not carrying on like that and just giving them more and more. This is just too much. Wow. So, Let's see. Do we want to turn these into topaz? We can. We can just infuse them with... Oh, we don't have the noble aspect yet. Oh, you know what? It's fine. Let's put down some advanced minerals over here. And let's move back to the other side to see what's happened to these guys. He's nearly up. Nearly up and running. How are the fishermen doing? Do they have enough food yet? Probably not. Let's keep it going. Now I could also bring Mr. Stone Giant around to infuse some of these fish schools. Oh, no! Your giants are starting to lose energy and will start to sleep between now and 1 minute. Oh, we're not going to get it done. So you can actually look at the giants. They will fall asleep. Hold on. Who's going to fall asleep first? I'm watching you guys. Who is it? Which of you is the first to take a nap? Oh! It's the ocean giant. My money's on the swamp giant. Going for a nap next. He looks kind of tired. But that's the timer running out. I could have had a whole lot more villages going up. And when these 30 seconds are finished, then it's going to give me my post-game... Ooh, a swamp ambassador. Come on, come on, come on. Wait, can we pick him up? Hold all the thoughts. Pick him up, pick him up, pick him up, pick him up. No, everyone is sleeping. Quickly. Oh, and he can't pick him up. He's already got one. Oh, Mr. Forest Giant, can you make it here? Probably not. Probably not in time. And you've actually already got one, don't you? Man, that is so unfortunate. But when this ends, in just a moment or two, there you go, they're going to tell us what we got. Post-classical era. Finish an era with 600 prosperity. Forest town, finish an era with a forest town which has 300 prosperity. That unlocked me the Vicent. And this got me Foxglove. So you can see there are a whole lot of others here that I also got within this playthrough. And each of these developments will make my next game that much more interesting. Because in the next game, I can have these woolly beasts running around in my fields. It's amazing. Now, if I wanted to, I could actually just continue free playing. I could see how far I'd be able to take this, but I wouldn't be unlocking any new goodies, so I guess it does make more sense starting a new game or just starting a longer one in the first place. That's kind of okay too. I mean, playing an hour of Reus, playing 120 minutes of Reus, sign me up. But there you go, that's how a game in Reus generally tends to go, and trust me, there are so many different ways for you to play the game. There are so many different options available. What I like most about the game is that at first glance, when you come into contact with it, it feels like the most simplistic and intuitive of iOS games. You understand the controls immediately, the visuals are obviously pleasingly eye-catching, and the game just starts making sense. But as you keep playing, you realize that the game actually has a scary amount of depth. A scary amount of options, a scary amount of choices that you need to make. It's the kind of depth you expect to see in the Civilization series or something like that, with the different giants and their abilities, the different ways to enhance and unlock their power with the ambassadors, the symbiosis and specializations, the aspects, transmutations, all the different ways of either making villages work or running them into the ground, the fact that villages can actually be at war with each other or at war with your giants. And then you're left with decisions like, should I spare the humans to try and teach them better? Or should I smite them? It is absolutely off the hook crazy, and I'm so impressed that the guys at Abbey Games managed to shove so much complexity into a game that looks like this. A game that plays as easily as this. That said, I feel that Reus would actually play kinda nicely on a tablet or something like that. I seriously hope they consider importing this to iOS, because I would definitely pick it up there as well. In conclusion, I'd say that Reus is definitely worthy of a grand adventure, the grandest possible adventure, and you should probably start throwing money at your screen right the heck now in the hopes that the game will appear on it and you'll be able to play immediately. If that somehow doesn't work out for you, Reus is available right now on PC through Steam, GOG, Gamersgate, or Desura for $9.99. Check it out, you won't be disappointed. That's gonna be it for this adventure-worthy episode. Check back here soon for more. Subscribe if you like the content, like the video, and all that other good stuff, and most importantly, happy controlling those mighty giants in Reus. Happy that.